Hi everyone, I'm here today with Abigail Faircloth, and she is going to talk to us about the student support resources that are available. Hi Abby, how are you?
I'm good. And you?
Good, very good. So who did you talk to at student support?
I forgot her
I
name.
think you talked to Miss Kathy Wimmert. That's okay.
Kathy Wimbert.
Wimmert, right, Miss Kathy Wimmert. So why don't you tell us about, I think academic counseling is actually your first slide, so can you go ahead and talk to me about that a little bit?
Okay, so academic counseling is basically when students are having issues, sometimes when they're having issues in a class, basically their counselor will advise them as to what they should do about it. A lot of times counselors will recommend tutoring. They have a lot of options as far as that with the different subjects. Tutoring options.
Well, let me interrupt you a second because I have new information. Did she talk to you about tutoring for online students at all?
No, not that I recall, no.
Okay. They just last week decided on a vendor for online tutoring. So it's a platform that our online students will be able 24/7 to call up tutors for math and science and all that stuff. So it won't start till the spring, but I did just find out they had selected that, and I'm very excited about it. And I know you didn't know about it because Kathy didn't even know about it because I just saw her boss like before yesterday, literally. So that's coming.
Oh my God.
For everybody to know that that's coming. We're working on that.
That's awesome.
So that'll be good. So what are the other things in your second bullet there? What are some of the different things they can help with?
Basically, they suggest like time management, keeping a planner so you have everything all organized and listed. And basically what she had mostly mentioned to me is basically it comes down to priorities.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you make a priority is what you're going to have time to do. And yes.
That's very good advice. It's very true. Okay, so other than academic counseling, what else is on their agenda?
Next slide.
Next slide. Yep.
Okay. Career counseling. And career counseling is basically they try to make it to where they can help you out with every step of the way. So I know, for example, she stressed the fact that she wanted me to mention that there's a job fair going on, and there's going to be, I think she said, over 40 employers, possibly looking to hire people. And I thought that was great. And another thing that she pointed out to me that I didn't have any idea that they would even think about doing this was they have a Facebook page for career planning, and where they'll like post like different like people that are looking like different employers that are looking for people. And I just thought that was kind of crazy because I know I think of school and social media as two separate things, and the fact that they have like it's college students, they keep them involved with that. I thought that was really awesome that
we're trying very hard to use the different social media platforms, and so some of the things we're actually going to get into a career section here in the next week. I'm not sure if it's week 6 or week 7 because I've been working on both. But there will be information there about LinkedIn and recommending that if you've not set up a LinkedIn profile. It's really highly recommended that you do so while you're in college. It gives you a great place to sort of track your portfolio of the things that you're learning and things that might help you get the kind of job you want and start making those networking connections. I work with 4 different vendors in my current job that I have never met those people face to face, and we talk probably 3 times a week, either by phone or by webinar, and constantly by email. And so the world is working much more through technology now. They just are. And so we need to give our students these social media and electronic access points. And so that's what they're doing over there. So I'm glad you have that on there. That's very good. Thank you. So what's next after career counseling? What's your next slide?
Advising counseling. Okay. And that's basically when there's a freshman student, whether they've decided on a major or not. Basically, that's where the counselor would kind of come in, and she stressed, especially for like the first year or first semester, they really want to help you choose the classes. And usually what they'll do is just general education. So probably in case you change your mind, it won't be like an issue at all. And I know that she said for undecided students, it's really they have a lot of different personality tests, and I have it linked at the bottom. And basically, if that's basically you can, it's what you had us do. You just answer this like questionnaire, and it gives you a better idea as to what you would be good for, and then once they'll have different career options. There's another one that you can go and you can look at the specific careers and kind of have an overview of that, and has more specifics with it as to like how much they make and stuff like that. I thought that was cool because I knew about the personality thing, but to actually be able to like, oh, this sounds interesting, and to be able to go on the same website and actually be able to look into that, I thought that was really
That's also going to be in our next week when we're doing the career activity. You're going to do a worksheet and actually look at several careers based on your type from that. It's probably that same link because we all work together. We all do this stuff together. But it is important that you begin to see how all this connects. And so the things that you're learning in school, although a lot of people say college is more liberal arts in nature and it doesn't teach you a lot of skills, it is more about kind of helping you have a broad enough horizon that you have lots of options ahead of you. And if you can get a bachelor's degree, they can train you to do just about any job. And so knowing that and being able to kind of work your way through setting goals and achieving different points helps prove to employers that you're someone worth banking on. So that's why we promote education. What about your next slide?
Basically, this one is just about how online students can get the benefits of this. I don't know how it applied to everyone else's, like what their specific stuff was, but I know like with mine, all of it was stuff like online students can have access to, even with like getting appointments and stuff like that. I mean, you can do that over the phone. It doesn't necessarily have to be in person, and everything else, I mean, it was already online. So, I mean, it's all readily available for us.
So one of the things that you do need to know, and I appreciate you making that point, one of the things everyone needs to know is while we at LSUA want to do that because it's the right thing to do, all higher education institutions are required to make available to their online students the same resources that are available to their on-campus students. So schools, and this is partially in response to a bunch of the degree mill sort of for-profit companies that turned up and were just taking people's money and not giving them resources or abilities to complete. So some of that's to combat some of the bad practices that were out there. But as accredited institutions, those of us that hold that status, we are very interested in students actually succeeding. And that means if we've invested money in having resources for students that are physically on campus, we need to have ways to make sure students can access those if they're not able to physically come to campus. And so some of it, there's a different mechanism. Some of it is exactly the same. Some of it is kind of coming through a different door, but we make every effort to have y'all have access to this stuff, which is why I'm excited about tutoring, because that's been the one I've struggled with the most. It's been hard to do.
That's so cool though that they're making that available for us, because I never even thought about that. I thought it was just always out of the question as far as tutoring, but that's really cool. Oh, and the last one is basically
Nope, go ahead.
Oh. Basically, all of this is just the contact information. It's located in the Student Center building on the west wing. It's on the second floor. The office hours, Monday through Friday, are 8 a.m. to 4:30. The website is listed. The phone number, that's just to make an appointment. And the person/name is Kathy Wimmer. I don't know if I'm saying it right. That's the person I interviewed.
Very good. Very good. So thank you so much. And I will be posting this, and you all will see all of the ones that were submitted by the end of the week. Okay?
Okay.
Thanks, Abby.